Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Today it's still hot. Now I was in earlier and basically checked the turret prices and they looked good. Hey Steven, remember going around that back in the day you won a battle over the biggest piece of turf in that one town? That's true, I haven't been shown enough respect. Well, is it? I mean, I have played a lot of Splatoon and won a lot of turf wars. So, I mean, maybe? I don't know, what town? Are you talking Splatsville? Because, probably. Ingopolis? Yeah. Yeah, like... Steven, hi! Samba, nice to be seen. What's on your mind? Let's chat. We nasty about something, but I can't seem to find her. It's a problem. I'll find her anytime within an hour. Sure. That gives me 50 minutes. I'm not the biggest fan of these specific, like, hey, can you do things? Because, like, she could have asked us to do that, like, 2 minutes to the hour. And it's like, no, I can't, actually. But we have more time than I'll be recording for to find Dina, so it's fine. Yo, Pinky. How's your afternoon, bucko? What's up? Swell chat. You're gonna catch some fish, aren't you, bucko? How about ocean fish? Oh, I wouldn't give to have one of those salty critters of my own. Please get one for me, and you kind of be fine. I can see what I can do. Jeez, my throat is so blah. I just ate some food that I don't think my body is entirely happy with, so if there's a random jump cut, alright, turnip prices. 196. Ooh, do I wait for tomorrow? Usually you do get 4 good prices. Okay, I've got nothing with me. I'm just gonna sell. That's too good to pass up. I don't want to risk it that much. I will say, I have in the past, like earlier today, I managed to get IronMon set up for Pokemon Emerald, which honestly is probably the version I'm gonna run. I was debating starting with Fire Red Leaf Green, because a lot of people do, but honestly I just like Emerald more. Like, I even did a test run where, not gonna lie, it was going shockingly well. Like, my first attempt run, I had a, what the frick is that thing called? Trico's Final Evolution. I should know this. That's the wrong page. That's a learning hiragana. I'm not doing that right now. Sceptile, that's its name. My brain was going superior. That's its name. No, it's not. It's not. It's Sceptile. I had a Sceptile that had amazing physical attack. Good enough, like, more than good enough HP. Passable defenses. No special attack. And pretty good speed. Like, that is the dream setup. And then it had some pretty decent moves. Like, I had Rock Throw, I had Meteor Mash. Like, things were going pretty good. And then I just got absolutely bodied by something, and I don't even remember what it was. It was something with a special attack, I know that much. Something hit me with an Ice Beam. Because my special defense was not great, it was passable. It was enough that, like, I could take one hit, you know, and I did. I took one hit. That's all I could take. And then it hit me with another Ice Beam, because I missed a Meteor Mash. Low accuracy moves are a killer for IronMon. That is something I already kind of knew, but, like, actually experimenting with it is like, yeah, low accuracy moves are a killer. Because, like, you can't afford a miss when you only have one Pokemon, and the stats are all over the place. I don't remember what about that statue is fake. I think that might actually be... Oh no, this could be the real thing. I'm gonna have to look this up. I just don't have the statue on screen in case YouTube goes all weird. I mean, it is artwork, YouTube. Like, it is artwork. This is how artwork works. There can occasionally be... Okay, it's if the cloth's hanging down. So yeah, it is this painting. We already have this painting. This one's always genuine, so... I'm positive we already have it. But the fact it's hanging down both arms, that's the disqualifier. So yeah, I'm gonna try to start getting some IronMon streams going soon, TM. I really need to stream more. It's just like finding the motivation and then like actually doing it. Like, I know waiting for motivation is a fool's errand, but like I at least want to have the thought of, you know, hey, I should be streaming right now. And right now, a lot of my thoughts are, it's hot. So, you know, summer sucks, man. It's only gonna get worse. Which sucks even more. Like, I hate the summer so much. Cost that one's mine. What's up, man? It's the question. This is serious. I'm asking you, but I don't know how far that is. Yeah, you've said this many times. I'm trying to see if Cookie is home. Cookie is not home. We do need to find Dina still. There she is. Hoi! Ready for another great day, Quackers? What can I do for ya? Need to get ya. Maybe wants to talk to ya. Nothing's the matter. So I'm only to find out. Follow your lead, Muffin. I'll make sure nothing's the matter. But yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun. I need it to not be crazy hot, because that definitely does not help me wanting to stream. Because streaming is gonna add a lot of heat to the room. Welcome back, looks like you were successful. Came right over, Maple. Something I can do for you? Sorry to call you over such a small matter, but I wanted to return this to you. Aww. Alright. Hope you found it useful. Be bored again anytime you'd like. Excuse me, but I should be going. See you both around town, Quackers. Such cuties. Wait, I have something to give you too. It's not much considering the trouble you went through. You said my illusion floor is what I say and think. My illusion floor is pretty neat. Get the Cubert floor going on. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of thinking of actually streaming with things like IronMon and like stuff that I know probably won't push my computer harder than like recording does. Because again, it's hot. Like, it's not even the hottest part of the summer. That's like next month. Like, I am not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to talking with Cookie though. Woohoo! Hello, how's your afternoon, dearie? What's going on, Ginger Snap? Slates. Let me get some redecorating ideas, and I think you could inspire me. I was home to sleep around your house, but later today. Alright, when? 3 p.m. That's too long from now. We could literally do it right now. Like, I know you say you're busy, but let's be real. I know you're busy, Cookie. I know it. You're just wandering around. Like, you're not actually doing anything. You're just walking, listening to the trees scream. Which, you know, they do that because the trees don't like the heat either, so they just scream. I I will always love that. Because, like, that had to be what ancient people thought when cicadas started making noise. Like, until they discovered cicadas, it just would have been a case of like, ah, the forest is screaming again. I just had the worst thought on that, though. Can you imagine the amount of people who were sacrificed to forest deities because of cicadas? It's probably at least more than 0. Oof. Oh well. Yeah, even like the games I've been playing, I've been trying to avoid games that will generate a lot of heat from my computer. Like, I've not even been playing Eve that much, because it's like, at least comparatively these past couple days, just because of how much hotter it's been. Like, it has been exceedingly hot and humid. There are some thunderstorms in the area, but they're gonna miss here, so it's not really gonna help any. Thunderstorms are also kind of a hit or miss on whether they actually help cool things down or not, so... gassy, I apologize. I probably should have given myself a little more time after eating, but that's not like recording, so... I will say, at least in my time watching the J-Wits play IronMon, at least when it comes to Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, I really do feel like there is something to just trying to run whatever your starter is. Because, like, in theory, yeah, there's a ton of pivots that you can do in Emerald. And some of them are undoubtedly pretty good. But you lose out on so much experience doing that because you've got, like, you always fight the level 2 wild, which, depending on what that is, can give a good amount of experience if that ends up being, like, a fully evolved Pokemon, or a legendary, or a Chansey, or possibly even a Blissey. Like, that could be a couple levels right there, and then you fight your rival, which if you win, carry on, that right there is probably another level or 2 you're gaining, depending on what they have. Like, you could be level, like, 7, 8, or even 9 by the time you're through all of that, and you're pivoting back to level 6s. Or if you want to aim for level 8s, 9s, you have to battle through a trainer first. So you're now lowering the amount of experience that the Pokemon you pivot to can have. And because of how IronMon works, with every Pokemon's stats being randomized, you really have no way of knowing. Like, that Pokemon you pivot to could easily be worse than the one you're using. Especially if the one you have is just a case of, like, because this is something J-Wits has done a lot, where he'll have a Pokemon with a lot of bulk, a lot of attack, good moves, but low speed. And he'll be like, nah, I can't run this. It's like, why not? Yeah, you don't know your items yet. Wait, did you just pick a flea off me? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I hope you don't think this happens all the time. I don't. I know it's all Costau. And any fleas after Costau leaves still Costau. He just left the fleas here. Crap. Let me deal with that. I need you to step back. There we go. And, like, I know the reason you don't run a low-speed Pokemon in IronMon is just simply, well, it'll probably never actually beat the entire run. My thought process, other than, hello, there's an old Steven. I come visit Oakley today. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. my thought process is, yeah, my Pokemon is slow, but how do I know that it's not potentially still fast comparatively? Like, unless I'm running into all kinds of wild Pokemon that are, like, making it difficult to escape, like, that tells me that my speed's probably okay, like, compared to everything else. It's like, that's another thing that he'll end up doing, and it's like, he'll have a Pokemon with, say, 9 speed at level 9 or 10, which is bad. And then he'll be going along trying to pivot off of it, and he'll outspeed something, and then get hit by it. And because it hit him hard, he's like, oh no, we gotta pivot to this. And it's like, it's slower than you, though. You were just talking about how the low speed is bad. What are you doing? And then he'll catch it and it'll be slower, or something will outspeed him, hit really hard, and he's like, oh man, no, we gotta pivot to this. It catches its 1 point of speed faster, and it's like, yeah, your speed was already pretty much right there. Like, and like, I get it, because like, you do kind of want viable runs, but I almost feel like just getting more runs in is kind of better than trying to sit and pivot, but maybe that's me. One thing I'm not sure I will do, thinking of IronMon, is there's a lot of rules to it. And the biggest ones are basically, if it's good for you, you can't. And like, another is when picking your Pokemon, you can choose favorites. Gotta talk with Poppy. Oh, hi dearie. What does this mean you here, Pickus? How you for you? Want chat? It looks so good on the mannequins, doesn't it? Never know what to buy. I mean, honestly, that dress would probably look pretty cute on her. Hello, you're looking great. I'm right ready to you here. Come drop. Sable. Doesn't set shop all day, so you're happy on days so beautiful without today. Days like this one so made lots of bright, colorful clothes. I can tell. Where was I in my thought process? I don't remember. Oh no. Too many villagers to talk with. Thought process gone. I know I was talking about IronMon. Right, favorites. I don't know if I want to use the favorites, because the whole point of them is that you're supposed to, before you look at any of the Pokemon at the start of a run, you're basically supposed to just pick what ball you want. Or you can use the built-in random ball picker to have it pick the ball for you. Like, you're still allowed to look at the others, you just can't pick them. And if your picked ball ends up being an illegal mon, which is basically anything with 600 base stat total or a legendary, which honestly I don't fully get. If it's a legendary under 600 BST, I don't understand why you can't use it. Like, it's... yeah, sure, it's like an Entei, but it's still under 600 BST. Hey, what else can you use a new nickname? Call me Steph, right? Use it too? Yeah, you can call me that. Yippee, you'll be Steph to me from now on. It's a lot better than Bucko. I think that's the last Bucko removed. The last of Vic's taint has been removed from this town. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing favorites. If I do favorites, it'll probably be tied to like you guys suggesting favorites more than me picking them. Because like, you're allowed 1 legendary, and you're not allowed any of your favorites to be 600 base stat total Pokemon or higher. So like, you could have an Entei, but you know, you couldn't have like Mewtwo or Dragonite or Metagross. And like, I feel like it could be funny Because, like, if a favorite is there, you kind of have to pick it, even if it's not your ball. So, like, it could royally mess you up to have, like, Caterpie. And then a Caterpie shows up, and it's like, right, well, I'm running a Caterpie now. You know? Which is more viable than it sounds, because evolutions are randomized, and Caterpie evolves at level 7, something that you could potentially hit from that very first battle. And admittedly, you do evolve into things with the same type. It won't be what you would normally evolve into. Like, it literally can't be that. But it can basically be anything of the same type and a similar base stat total. So, like, you know, this is super basic, but your Caterpie could evolve into, say, a cast form. Not cast form. Cascoon. Same idea. You know, it could evolve into a Cascoon, because bug into bug. I believe also it could evolve into, like, Masquerain. And Masquerain would actually be really nice to get. Now, a thing with that, because all the stats are randomized, that doesn't mean every time you evolve, your stats are randomized. So, nothing really about that Caterpie, except for its moves, would be viable going forward. Well, not viable, but would be remembered. So, like, you could get, like, a really, like, heavily physically invested Caterpie that then evolves into, like, a special attacking, I don't know, Pinsir. I don't think it could actually evolve into Pinsir. I would have to actually, like, check. But I'm actually gonna probably mess around more with IronMon after I'm done recording. I need to get used to the buttons. Because I'm honestly, like, it's kind of weird. I might just try remapping them. Like, I'm used to the 3DS layout. So, well, I didn't realize it, I noticed. What they do, and this is just going to be PlayStation buttons, is square is B, X is A. Instead of circle being A and X being B. For those who don't know a PlayStation controller, you know, circle, X, square, triangle. Nice buttons. Also, if you call this cross, you're just wrong. Sony calls it cross. They're just wrong. They just are. Like, they're wrong. You might be sitting there going, but it's their controller. Yeah, and they're wrong. It's an X. It's just how it is. When you go to close out a web browser, you don't say, I better cross this out. No, you say, I'm going to exit out. It's an X. And that's literally how this controller is kind of designed. Which, like, I know these symbols make almost no sense. And the square and triangle, I'm going to be real, I can't explain those particularly. But the circle and the X, think about again how a Nintendo controller is laid out. The A button is the right middle. Confirm is the right middle. Circle is confirm in Japan. Does it make sense now? A circle confirms, an X backs. Like, that makes so much more sense than X being confirm, circle, backing. I don't even know why they made that decision for Western PlayStation 2s and just PlayStations in general. Because the original PlayStation also used this button layout. Ugh. Boy, I'm glad I've already worked out today. My body is not happy with something I ate, and I don't even know entirely what it is. I'm guessing it's probably a couple chicken burgers, but I had a lot of chicken, And I haven't even finished all that chicken yet. I'll know later if it was the other thing, which is basically just some chicken nuggets. A lot of chicken. I basically raided our freezer just for bags of stuff that had been in there for a while. The reason I'm kind of leaning towards it was probably the chicken burgers was basically, they were more blocks of ice than food. So much ice had built up on them over the time in the freezer that they were quite frozen. So it was probably them. They were kind of old. Chicken nuggets. I mean, some of them were pretty icy. And it's been a while since we had them. So they were also probably like in the freezer for like a month, 2 months. Like a lot of times there won't be enough left of something for another night's supper and it'll just get shoved in the freezer. With, you know, the general thought being, oh, well, if we get another of that and then have it again, then we can just add to it. And it's like, I mean, yeah, but it's also just food. So I'll go through occasionally and just make some stuff from the freezer. That'll just be like my lunch or dinner. But yeah, okay, I'm done fishing. I'm way too impatient for this. It's also just way too freaking hot, man. What I'm gonna do when I finish this recording, which isn't gonna be all that much longer, I don't think. Ooh, Bonbon is home. We haven't seen her home yet. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my curtain, open my window more, and just try to cool things off. Ooh. Okay, her radio doesn't really fit, but everything else is nice. Something delish, make yourself at home. What's up? What's that? One thing's I look must have because all the orchid are cherry trees. Mind getting me a cherry? Yeah, I can do that. I can get a cherry for the sherry. I actually don't know if that means what I think it means, but I'm gonna keep saying it anyway, because it just rolls off my tongue so well. But, yeah. It's freaking hot, man. It's freaking almost 3 in the morning. You would think it would be bearable, given I've got 2 fans running. My window's been open all day, which is a bit of a problem if I'm honest, because it let a lot of hot air in. Found what I wanted. Delish. Yeah, I found you a clownfish, pufferfish, cherry. Pinky wanted an ocean fish. Delish. It's like way yummy. I really love it. Bring me just what I wanted. So I take a tiki torch. I can burn my house down. It's royalty getting my wish granted like that. Not that I would. That'd be a lot of effort. Now, if I was in heavy Nook debt, I might consider it, you know, for the insurance, you know. Plus, you know, I would still owe him the money, but I'd have the insurance payouts, which, you know, would soften the blow of how much I owe him, and, you know. So, looking up and you a squid. They're in your pockets. No, but I've wanted a squid for a very long time. Ouch. Well, I'm gonna give you 480 bells. I wish I could just give it to you. If I could just hand it to you, I would. Let's take extra good care of it. Pinky! Still running around, I see. What do you want to talk about? Got you something? Also, I need to edit. Crap, I need to do that first. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the butterfly fish. Perfect mix of fish and bug. I'm so happy you found me a butterfly fish. You're super busy, so I really appreciate your help. You have to be so nice to do that. You really don't. I figured you'd really like a donut stool. You're like my hero. I mean, I like donuts. So, you got me there. Too bad it's not a donut I can eat. donuts. I would. I would eat a giant donut. You can't stop me. You might wish you could, but you can't. Alright. That's gonna be it for today, because I have to edit. Oh god, I need to get yesterday's video edited still. I have a lot of editing to do. I was trying to put it off in the hopes that it'd be cooler today, and then I forgot about it, and now I'm remembering it, and I still need to do it, and it's still hot. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf. See you all then.